going down. We're going down. We're going down. Apologies. Sorry. Apologies for yesterday. I was a little bit tired yesterday. So I definitely owe you guys this today. We do come on Saturdays on Comic Cons over here. And let me change something else, cause there we go. Over here at Comic Cons, man. Yesterday I did put up some uh I'll say I put something up on the page. I was gaming with my co-host, Stay Ready Boxing. Yeah, we like talking that good comic book stuff. He's playing Avengers. So go over there and check it out. I see my bro Derek Gaines. He came here. He said some of the storylines they are using today came from 80s and the 90s. I guess he's talking about like a lot of the movies, comic book movies that they use, which is a fact. See, I don't even like all of the stuff that I pulled up. That's just a little something. You know what I mean? It wasn't like every single storyline that I could possibly think of. It was a lot though, but it wasn't every single storyline that I could actually think of. And after the show, maybe a little bit later, I will be giving y'all more gaming content later. I'm actually supposed to be getting Suicide Squad today, so look out for that. So, some of the comics, one of the comic book storylines that I really like, and I don't even think I queued it up on here, is Batman Year One, if you can see in the background. Batman Year One, when he's getting his bearings together and he's learning who he is and learning what he plans on doing with his money by fighting crime and taking justice kind of into his own hands. Batman becomes really kind of radical, and then his trusted butler, who's basically like his surrogate father, Alfred Pennyworth, will be aiding him and assisting him when it comes to this. Alpha plays a very important role for who the man that Bruce has been and who the man that he's turning into and who's he's going to become. And we get to see how all of that unwinds and unfolds in Batman Year One. And I think it's a very good storyline. It's definitely worth a read if you ever get the time. Please go and check that Batman Year One out. And then we got another one over here. which is the death of Superman, which uh did a great job. You know, when Superman fights Doomsday and he ends up risking it all by fighting him. And it's actually kind of very heartbreaking because when Superman dies, it kind of affects a lot of the superheroes that used to rock out with him. So that was another comic book that was very a very good comic, very influential in that comic book. Um, Superman. Well, he doesn't really die. Kryptonians. I call it a death coma because Superman ends up getting revived and coming back. Because Doomsday doesn't die. He evolves every time he supposedly dies. He always ends up coming back and everything like that. So we still kind of needed Superman to finish him off. So that was another dope storyline. And then another one back here is the Dark Phoenix sagas. We all know what happens to Jean Grey when she kind of flips to the dark side. Messes one of the or a lot of the founding members of the X-Men and who are the backbone of the X-Men. It kind of messes them up, especially Scott Summers, who him and Jean had an ongoing relationship and knew each other since they were kids. So definitely a great read. Let me start getting into some of the stories that I could think of on first hand and give you guys some type of synopsis on why I pick what I pick. Uh, man, Invincible one. To be honest with you, I think I'm gonna start collecting these. I'm a Viltrumite anyway. Y'all didn't know I was a Viltrumite. So these stories are dope. It follows Mark Grayson, who's a Viltrumite, who basically has Superman's powers minus the heat vision and the super breath. He probably has every single other thing but the heat breath and the laser vision. I mean, sorry, the super breath and the laser vision. He has everything but that. He is a normal kid, it seems at first, but his dad is a superhero, Omni Man, Nolan. And Nolan really was sent to that world without giving too much away to do the opposite of what he's been doing since he's been there. Him and Debbie made a child. Humans aren't the same as Viltrumites, but it's close enough to where Nolan's genes are compatible with humans, and they're able to make a child. And damn, I done dropped my phone. Sorry, y'all. And Mark discovers that he ends up having powers. It's his 17th birthday, and he was supposed to get his powers actually a while ago. He's actually considered a late bloomer from his dad's side. Damn, y'all done dropped my phone. I gotta. Oh man, terrible. That's what I get for putting it on there. And his dad discovers that he actually ends up having his powers, and he's excited about it because now he could map out his plan that he's been really wanting to do in the first place. So it's like a whole story behind what Nolan really wants and what Nolan really plans on doing. And it's really worth the read. You know, it doesn't all unwind like that in volume one. I'm just giving y'all a summary. I mean, if you guys watch the Amazon Prime show, you pretty much know what transpired. And I can't wait for them to get back into the swing of things with season two, because I'm very upset that Amazon even though it's not really their fault. They said that when they were making season two, right, they came across a production problem. But let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all think that y'all should have had that fixed? We've been waiting for a long time for season two, so you would think that you guys would have everything fixed. So outside of that, this not just the comic book. This show is a really good show. And the point that they left it on right now, they left us on a real cliffhanger on the show. I think that if you get a chance, for all the people on here that have not watched this show called Invincible, which is basically the #1 trending show on Amazon Prime, you should definitely give it a watch. You should definitely give it a watch. It's a really, really good story. So yeah, Invincible Volume 1. If you ever get a chance, read it. Okay. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Man, this is another great comic story. where you get parallel universes, parallel universes that ends up combining, and it may even seem like this version. So I forgot what Earth it is, but there's another Earth that ends up invading the main Earth line, and it's been in different. Like Power Girl is basically Supergirl, but she's in the regular Earth story. Her memory somehow got erased, and then the Lex Luger on her world is supposed to be a good guy with Superman and Lois, and we know on our world Superman and Lex Luger are mortal enemies. So it's like a whole storyline, but really he still is a good guy. I mean, it really is a bad guy. On that world, he just appears in the beginning like he's a good guy. And him and Superboy Prime, who's not like our Superboy, who is actually probably more just as strong as he is going to become when he's full-fledged Superman. He's definitely stronger than the Superboy on our Earth. So it's like a whole conflict that takes place because they're trying to basically destroy the main Earth because their planet got destroyed because they sacrificed their planet to save the other planets. Uh, and they feel as though their Earth deserved to survive, and our Earth were very ungrateful and was spoiled, and the superheroes aren't the real superheroes. It's like kind of one of those type of stories where a person that's an old timer tell you, "Oh, I miss the old days. Y'all young kids don't know how good y'all got it. Y'all remember in my day it was this, in my day it was that." And you know what? Maybe with certain things, stuff probably was better back then. But it's basically one of those situations where you got to kind of deal with what you got now. We can never go back to the past. All we could do is kind of live for the future type of thing. And I love this storyline, Crisis on Infinite Earths. I believe they got it on like an audio book page. If you guys are in the audio books, I'll be glad if y'all come in the comment section later. For a lot of my people that's gonna run the replay back, I'll be glad to give y'all the link so that you guys can actually hear what happened. It's actually like a great, great story, man, and I think that you guys would enjoy it if you went back and read it. So salute. Salute on that. Salute on that. This Crisis on Infinite Earths is definitely something that I recommend. It's an older story. Dang, I forgot what year this story is from. I want to say this is from maybe the 80s. This is a really good story, though. Um, another good story. Yes, I was gonna come with the Batman stories, all of y'all. Y'all know my history with Batman. It's well documented. That's my guy right there. Batman, A Death in the Family. This was a great, great storyline right here. Batman, Death in the Family was a great storyline. It follows the second Robin. The second Robin, who's Jason Todd. Jason Todd isn't the typical type of Robin. Jason Todd is a reckless Robin. He's very violent. He's not like Dick Grayson was. He's very impulsive. He kind of reacts and assumes. Put it this way: he's the type of guy I probably wouldn't get along with in real life. Me personally, because guys like that, I don't like that assume and swear they know. It's like my grandpa used to say, "Can you prove it? Don't guess. Can you prove it?" So, and then they're basically spying on the Joker. I forgot exactly what the Joker plans on doing, but it was basically a trap. And Batman tells him to wait because Joker leads Batman elsewhere, and and then Jason has to, spy on where the layer is that the Joker could possibly be at. And Batman can't be at two places at once. So what basically ends up happening is Jason doesn't really wait around to see what happens with Batman. He goes into that warehouse. And while he's in that warehouse, he gets lured in by the Joker. And the Joker beats him basically to death. And let me tell you, a lot of the people that were around then, they had a number, I believe. This is what my uncle told me too, and a lot of the guys that are older than me told me. They had a vote in the back of the book that asked you, do you want to kill Jason Todd off? Call this number. And eventually all of the numbers piled up. Basically what ends up happening is the people salute Teach. He said, did you know Batman was never allowed to learn magic? Yeah, Teach. I know that. I mean, a good thing that I'm gonna keep it a stack. Thank God he didn't. You see how smart and resourceful Batman is? Could you imagine him having the powers of like the Sorcerer Supreme or Dr. Fate? Are you crazy? But anyway, they voted, and eventually Jason Todd gets killed off. The Joker kills him. It kind of messes up Batman really bad. Um, it didn't make Batman turn evil, but Batman, like, it took him a while to take on another partner again after this. It kind of ultimately changed Batman forever. Um, I I gotta admit, I kind of like the fact that they did. Tay Tay, don't start your mess, man. Don't start your mess. We talking about the greatest comic book character ever, not the first, but the greatest of them all. He said, yeah, it was the time he was. See, Teach, I ain't even know, man. You better make sure you subscribe to the channel because I already see you part of the nerd family. He said, yeah, it was the time he was in that League of Darkness before the group he was in before he became Batman. I think that's what I read. Okay. She said that's the saddest of them all. Oh yeah, the death in the family, Tay Tay. Yeah, it was sad, but shoot, people back in your day is the ones that voted to kill them off. So I blame all of my OGs. Y'all killed them off. Not that I wasn't mad. I'm not mad about that because honestly, it kind of actually it made things more interesting to see like somebody close to Batman get killed, and off of storylines like that, you could catapult, elevate somebody's character. Batman became a little bit more extreme after that. He was never truly the same after Jason Todd. Like I said, he was very reluctant to take on another sidekick after that. So a lot of things transpired after this. It took a while for him to, after that Robin, the third Robin, which is Tim Drake, because at this time, Nightwing, he already left Batman. He was getting older. He was a grown man. Tay Tay said, shaking my head. I talked about the death of Superman, Tay Tay, a little bit earlier, but y'all showing up to class late. I gotta be in my Stormy B voice. Y'all showing up to class late. And like I said yesterday, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do this yesterday. Sorry about that. I was a little tired, but just know that regardless if it's Saturday or Sunday, we mainly go on Saturday afternoons. I will always be dropping some type of content on this page. We gonna try to build this page as best as we can. And now I got the gaming, on here, which I will be gaming on here again later. Make sure y'all look out. She said, "Laugh out loud. Did you did that on purpose, bro? I just got up, so you talked about my boy Superman first. He wasn't the first one. I just point out one of my favorite comics is the death of Superman. I'm gonna say that again. The death of Superman. I'm gonna say that again. The death of Superman, Tay Tay. Not the life and lifetimes of Superman, but the death of Superman, which was actually a really good story. She said, "Such a hater, laughing my asshole." Nah, but that even though Superman died, well, he don't really die, but that was a good story. I had to put that in there. She said, "Hate and laugh out loud." I gotta bother you, Tay Tay, and make you laugh. You my peoples. Um, Matter of fact, the game that I'm going to try to get today, it got it has Superman in it. I'm not gonna be able to use them, but we basically the game Suicide Squad is basically in this version of the game they taking out the Justice League. So um we gonna see how that transpires and unfolds. But let's keep going on with the list. Uh Definitely recommend you guys to read this one, Batman: A Death in the Family. They actually have if you got HBO Max, the 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 animated movie. I didn't like too many of the animated movies that they did on the really good Batman comics. The best one to me, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring that up later because that's actually one of the ones that's on my list, I believe. And if I don't have it queued up, I will bring it up. Oh yeah, I do got it queued up. So another great storyline that I liked. I don't know if you guys read this, and this one is expensive as hell. Brightest Day and Blackest Night, where it is actually, it's like, man, this was a good storyline, man. Man, this was a good storyline. I don't know if Teach and them is still in the building, but this was a really good story. Brightest Day and Blackest Night. It follows all the versions of Green Lantern. You got the red lanterns, the yellow lanterns, the sapphire lanterns, the blue lanterns, the orange lanterns, the black, and the white lanterns. It's just an amazing story, and actually you get to see how Jordan kind of doing a few of those rings and how it affects him along the journey. Oh man, I gotta get somebody that love me. Gotta get me this. This joint is like $200, man. I want the whole box set. They give you the rings and everything. Salute, La La D. Salute. Good morning. Shoot, if I ever wanted you to nerd out one day, I definitely recommend y'all to read Brightest Day and Blackest Night. Oh man, yeah, manga comics to me, teach they be a little bit cheaper than like the DC and the Marvel comics. Like this one right here, yo, please, please find 40 people, La La D, so they could buy my Brightest Day, Blackest Night. I had to read this digitally, but I actually went. I'm the type of person when it comes to this, I'm old school. And you see, they give you out the little rings. Each ring represents a different emotion. The red is hatred. The yellow represents fear. So when you put on the red ring, right? What I mean? Say you're going through something and you're really mad and you're enraged, they're gonna try to make you become a red lantern. And once you have the red lantern ring off, it only could be taken off by a blue lantern. Blue lanterns is hope. The pink for all of y'all people that love and are so loving. I guess La La D and Tay Tay, they would have had the sapphire ring. Now there's a twist with this because you can have so much love that you're willing to kill. So it's not always all good. A lot of these rings to have on, you think, oh, because it's love and all of that. Nah, it doesn't go like that. Sometimes love would drive you to kill, and a lot of the girls that were these sapphire lanterns, what I mean, they were brokenhearted and loved the person so much, so the ring ended up coming on to them, and they were willing to take anybody out that try to take something away from them that they love. So actually, the sapphire ring was probably one of the most scariest because the girls loved so effectively and deeply that they would end up driving to kill. It's kind of like Snap. It's basically girls that would have been on Snap if you ever watched that show where the girls are in love and kill the guy or the boyfriend that they in love with, because that's basically what that sapphire ring will do to you. And then you get the yellow lanterns, which we know about, which is the opposite of the green lantern, which installs fear. If you like to install fear into people, that yellow ring is gonna go on. And that orange, the orange stands for greed. That's why there's not too many orange lantern. That's why Larfleeze is the only orange lantern, because you get so selfish, you get so greedy that it overwhelms you with greed, and you just think everything is yours. It basically turns you into a little kid, like you want everything. Unless you was an only child, probably not. She, uh, I'm gonna get to that, Tay Tay. I'm gonna get to the green last because that's the one that everybody should know. Then you got the blue lanterns. The blue lanterns, yes, there you go. No. Actually, La La D, nah, that's not what the green thing. The hope is the blue lantern, and that's also a side effect because if you put on the blue ring, you could hope so much that it could consume you and take you off the path that you could really go. And one of the stories, the blue lantern, a planet blows up, right? And somebody that has the blue ring on is so hopeful and trying to put the world back together, but it's already too late. But he was so hopeful because he had that blue ring on that it challenged and it messed up his judgment. It cluttered his judgment. So yeah, the blue lantern is kind of dangerous too. And then we have the green lantern. The green lantern is willpower. If you are the type of person that likes to overcome great odds, that green lantern, yeah, your green is gonna be burning very bright, ladies and gentlemen. Which I think is probably the best one, which is the original one. And then you have the black and the white lanterns. So obviously, there's only been there's you have to look. There was a guy named William Hand who was a minor villain when it came to Green Lantern. He finds out that he can become a Black Lantern, but ultimately, for you to become a Black Lantern, you have to die or basically kill yourself. He blows his brains out just to become a Black Lantern and becomes very powerful. And obviously, the White Lantern symbolizes light. So this is a very good read. She said, "That's what I'm saying. I'm answering Tay Tay." I thought you were saying the Green Lantern. No, but the green was the green. Oh. She said is blue. Oh, sadness. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you did. All right, my bad. My bad. La la D. All right, I deserve that. I didn't see that Tay Tay wrote that. She said is blue sadness. Nah, blue is hope. Blue is hope. Teach. What you mean? You want the black? You will have to kill yourself. Teach. No, Teach, you don't want to be a Black Lantern. You don't want to be a Black Lantern. Even though that part of the story was crazy, I was surprised. Like, he really killed himself. He went that far just to try to beat his enemy, he went that far. This is a great no teach. We not killing ourselves to become even though I'm gonna keep it real, yo. You could bring people back. Like you could literally go to somebody's tombs. They're gonna be a walking corpse, but you could bring people back with that Black Lantern ring. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, if you get killed or you die somehow, that's different. But ultimately, that's what you would have to do to become a Black Lantern. You have to, this story is so good, y'all. Y'all already could tell by how I just broke down all of that. It's basically space gangbanging because it's crazy. You got some people that are like a red lantern that ends up turning to a yellow lantern. They actually end up flipping, and it's crazy, man. This was a great. She said, "Which one would you pick, bro? Come on, Tay Tay. You know that Green Lantern ring because of the bravery of me. They would have been like, dag, I forgot what sector I'm in. They would have been like, Anthony Force, you have the power to overcome great fear. We would like you to join the Green Lantern Corps. And that ring would have slid on me. I would have never been able to take it off. You already know what time it is, Tay Tay. You already know. I would have had no choice. I would have had no. It ain't just because it's my favorite color. It's just my mentality. I would have had no choice. That joint would have just. It would have went right to me. It would have passed all the millions of people in New York. That joint would have flew right to me, right on my hand. And then I would have had to. And then I would have had to beat all of these dudes up. You know what time it is, Tay. But outside of that, what other color do I think? I ain't gonna front. It's scary to have any other one of them other colors. Outside, maybe blue, maybe the Hope. I wouldn't mind being a White Lantern either, because I would have been extremely powerful. Maybe a White Lantern outside of the green one. But I say green. Yeah, that's how I brought that up, Teach. Oh, so Teach, you would have been a Yellow Lantern? See, Teach, that's messed up. I thought we was peoples. Teach would have been the Yellow Lantern. He'd have been rolling with Sinestro and all of them. Come on, Teach. Come on, Teach. I thought you was my man. Put that Green Lantern ring on. I already know Tay Tay and La La D would have had been the Sapphire ring. Y'all would have been the Sapphire ring. I ain't go front. They hard to beat, man. Them Sapphire rings, man. Don't sleep just because most of them is girls. Don't sleep, man. Yeah, the Sapphire one. Yeah, it definitely would have. It would have definitely latched on to you and La La D. Definitely. Oh, he said, Teach is terrible. Teach said you need a villain for the plot. Dag, man. Teach, say it ain't so. Teach. Oh my God, Teach. So if I would have been a Green Lantern, Teach would have been a Green Lantern too, right? But Teach would have hood hop. He would have put on the yellow ring and set us up. Dag, Teach. And then Teach after that would have became a Black Lantern. Teach would have murked himself just to be the Black Lantern. Then I would have had to get that White Lantern on and Teach. We would have had to put an end to that. Dag, Teach. I thought you was my guy, man. He said you need a bad guy for the plot. You probably would have did a good job as a bad guy too. Everybody can't pull it off. But yeah, like I said, yo, this is a really good story, and I'm telling you, you guys, if y'all read this one, y'all will really like it. Everybody in the comment section will like it. Okay, I still got a couple more. Marvel Civil War. Oh my God. And I actually like the movie, but not better than the comic book. The movie didn't do the comic book justice. I remember talking to my co-host Stay Ready on the phone about this, and he was like, yo, wasn't that so much better than the movie? I read it before when I was a kid, but I just recently read it where they start making superheroes register in order to be superheroes, and it had a lot of the heavy hitters in it, man. You get Iron Man versus Captain America, who were once friends. I love that storyline. I love how they did that. Just when you thought that you couldn't do no more with things like this, they end up putting the superheroes against each other and really spearheading both sides. On the side of non-superhero registration, you got Captain America, who's the leader, and then on the other side, you got Tony Stark's Iron Man, who believes that everybody should register. He really becomes like a company man. Tay Tay say, "Well, that is true. You do need a bad guy." I'm so disappointed. I just didn't think it would be Teach. I didn't think Teach would put on that yellow ring or that red ring. You know, if you enraged, I know a few people that could have had that red lantern ring on. Oh my God! But anyway, this story is a great story. I recommend this one to read too. Actually, Tay Tay started laughing, saying she's dead. Yeah, I'm just heartbroken. I just know now who would have been the who would have been basically all the bad lantern. I already know. Um, but like I said, if you even want to go to see somewhat of what happened, the comic book is way better. Go to Captain America's Civil War and watch that movie, and it'll give you an idea of what happened in this comic book. It didn't go down exactly the same way, but most of what it talks about in there happening in here. Can't lie to you. This is a great story. A great story. I strongly recommend you to read the com. Actually, this is another one. This is another one that I would tell you to. You'd have been Sapphire. You'd have been the pink. I recommend you guys to read this one. Um, it's on that audio page that I was talking about. And like I said, anybody that comes back and watches this, if you need that link, the guy's name is Virgil Cole. He has a lot of the audio graphic novels, and they got the voice actors, and they just do a really good job. I really feel as though like Marvel and DC, they need to bring that back. They need to bring that back, like with the voice actors. To be honest with you, I want to do my own motion comic, um, and I got a few of y'all in the community that I think would be great for the voice actors. A lot of people in the culture. I gotta have. I gotta have. I think. I would like Stormy to be involved, even if he's not a voice. I would like Drew. give their opinions and all of that on it. A lot of the voice actors. Uh, so a lot of people know who I want as the voice actors. And as far as the people that could draw and be sketching and stuff, probably Focus Ball, Stormy, Drew, just so they could draw the storyboard. They probably wouldn't have uh, 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 we probably would have somebody on the outside really like draw it, but they could do like the story arc. They draw good enough to where they could do like the story arc for what I plan on doing. So I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope. But this story right here drives friends against each other. People that fought side by side, and some people even had casualties on each side. So I don't want to give away the story too much, but this is definitely a good read. Civil War Marvel. This is definitely a comic worth reading, and I would definitely like y'all to go back and try to find it and watch this. You kind of see Captain America real gritty in this one, and you see Iron Man too in it. It's just crazy, man. This is a great story. Oh my God, this story right here, Planet Hulk. This right here is one of the best stories that I ever read. This another one on the audio page that I was telling y'all about. They got this one too. Basically, what happens is the Hulk has an alternate form, the Gray Hulk, who is Joe Fixit, and whenever he's in Las Vegas, for some reason, whenever he's in Las Vegas, he turns into Joe Fixit, and what ends up happening is he ends up leveling, Vegas damn near. It wasn't his fault. Somebody made him rage, and it just happened like that. When he wakes up, he finds himself in a craft in the Illuminati, who is made up of Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, Iron Man, so on and so forth. But Reed Richards is the one that tells him what happens and how he lies to him that he needs to get on the shuttle and save a planet and be the hero that he needed to be. And I think like 30 people, 35 people died in this situation. So it just got up to a point to where they needed to get the Hulk away because he was too unpredictable. He was too unpredictable, they felt like. But at the same time, I felt like they should have gave him that common courtesy. If you my friend, give me that common courtesy. You know my situation with the Hulk. You know I can't control him. Give me a say in where I want to go. They just launch him into orbit. Uh, uh, and one of his friends tell him about it, and he hulks up right while he's in space, and it sends him because they plan on sending him to a planet where he's not around any life, anything like that, but a place where there's stuff where he could feed and eat and stuff like that. And he ends up going to a whole nother planet. He ends up going to like a battle planet, and he becomes a slave. It's basically like a gladiator. Oh, it's such a great story. And on this planet, the Hulk, his strength is actually decreased because of the obedience disc in the area of the planet. And he ends up even running into old allies on this planet. I don't want to give this one away too, because you may want to go and read this one, Planet Hulk. Another great, great read that I recommend. Another great read. So make sure y'all check out Planet Hulk. Um, we gotta go to my guy, Weapon X, Wolverine. Probably the best X-Men ever. Everybody, the most popular for sure. Wolverine, it's a bit of an origin story for him on how he gets his metal claws. He was already born with his claws, but how he gets the what we call antimantium in his body, and how they plan on trying to use Logan as a weapon. How they experiment on him and treat him like he's a pet dog. It's just terrible, and how they try to wipe out most of his memories and actually implant the memories that they want into him for him to have. So this is another great story that I recommend that you read, especially if you're a diehard Wolverine fan. This is a great, great story. I don't want to give too much away because, like I said, a lot of these recommendations you may actually want to go back and watch. I think that in that audio book channel, I think that they should do this one. They should do this one. This one is dope. Um, I gotta move it along because I gotta go meet up with my sister. Oh my god, what do I have left? Oh, okay. My second to last recommendation is Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk. This, oh my god, this was another. Just when I thought you couldn't do nothing else with the Hulk, this is a great storyline. You get to see the different Hulks that the Hulk could turn into, and then you also find out that the Hulk really is immortal. You could. There was a scene in the book where they cut off amputated the Hulk whole body, and the Hulk was still talking. So the Hulk's healing factor is up there with Wolverine's, who we just talked about. This was a great story right here. This story right here was, oh my god, it was so fire. Like I said, just when I thought you couldn't do anything else with the Hulk, I thought I seen it all. They throw this one on, and we get to see the different transformations of Hulk. It's just it's just legendary. It's epic. Definitely recommend y'all read that. And last but not least, my favorite. This is one of my favorite comics of all time. And this I actually have, Batman the Long Halloween. Batman the Long, oh my God. This story is from 95, 96. This was a great, great storyline. Great storyline. Uh, well, decent act. You say they're all great. You're just a real comic head. Nah, but this one though, I never said which one was my favorite. This this one right here, I gotta keep it a stack. This one right here is this shows you how Two-Face becomes Two-Face, it actually puts all Batman's bad guys in it. Salute Queen 71. It puts all Batman's bad guys in it. This one right here, we gonna cover this one on the channel. I'm gonna do with or without Mac. This one definitely deserves to be talked about. I really wish I would have did it around Halloween. This story right here, this is my favorite story. Y'all gotta definitely read this one. Actually, I'll send you the link of the audio book if y'all want to hear this story. I'll put it in the comment section because I think everybody should read this one. This one, this is my favorite story right here, and it shows you the detective skills of Batman, which at the root of DC Comics, which stands for Detective Comics, that's what Batman really is. So you always gotta like those stories where Batman is showing off and displaying his detective skills, because that's what Batman really is, the greatest detective. Now I'm serious. I'm gonna put this one. Hopefully I remember. I'm gonna put this one. They did a good job. Like the people that did the voices for this motion comic, they did a really, really good job. And the story is really good because I bet you none of y'all is gonna be able to guess who's killing. Basically, there's a killer named Holiday, and the killer named Holiday is killing on holidays. I'm talking about Halloween, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, which is coming up. You know, all of the holidays that you could think of. And yesterday we actually had the Lunar New Year holiday was yesterday. And I was downtown and they was bugging out, the Asian people. But definitely this one, La D said, you see that? Queen 71 said, spoiler alert. Nah, I didn't spoil. No, I'm not. I'm just giving y'all basically a summary. It's a killer named Holiday, and he kills on holidays. That's all you need to know. I'm not gonna give y'all too much because I actually gonna put the the motion comic in my comment section for when this ends and it uploads. And I want y'all, if y'all get a chance, to listen to it. The people that did the motion comic and played the voices, they did a really good job. La D said Aquaman is from my state. I'm gonna keep it real. Aquaman got some good stories too. I remember when Black Manta, who's his worst enemy, I feel like even more than his brother Orm, where he actually kills his son Anchor. Like that was crazy. Like that dude actually killed the baby. So that was like a grip. That was a let me say it in my college voice. That was a very gripping tale, and that kind of messed Aquaman up. He killed his son. It was that real. Yeah, Aquaman is from Rhode Island. She said that Queen 71 said that's what we calling it. I was summarizing. So I'm telling you the story, Queen. She said, nah, it's cool. I don't really follow DC, so I probably won't find out if you don't tell it. Nah, look, I ain't going you look, how you don't follow DC, which has the greatest superhero of them all, Batman. Batman is the most popular. Spider-Man is second. and then everybody else come after. And And don't be saying you don't follow DC, because when Mac be playing that Gotham Knights game, you sure be trying to be a detective in the comment section. So this is a story. This is a story you probably would definitely want to read, Queen, because you got to use your detective skills. She said, "Act, stop reading half of a comment. Aquaman is from my state. I didn't know. Even Act told me on a live once." She said, "Stop reading half of a comment." And I didn't read all Queen 71s, but she said, "Nah, it's cool. I don't really follow DC, so I probably won't find out if you don't tell it." She said, "That's because I like puzzle. So that means you probably would be the Riddler. Since you like puzzles, he's in it. All Batman's top bad guys is in this one. And this story right here is definitely a puzzle. You don't know who the killer is. You think you have an idea of who the killer is, but you really don't know. That's why I think that this is definitely worth the watch and worth the read. Because I would like to see Queen 71 if you the world's or the army's greatest detective. I want to know if you would put it together. They even bring a dude, Julian Day, who is known as the Calendar Man, and they try to ask him because he's normally the one that tries to kill and do things on like a holiday, but he's locked up. She said, "Is that Pumpkinhead?" Nah, there was a bad guy in Marvel. His name is Jack O' Lantern, but nah, that's just a Jack O' Lantern, a regular Jack O' Lantern. It's behind Two Face, but definitely and Catwoman. I gotta keep it real. I love how they portrayed Catwoman in this. I love how they did her, because she's like one of those women that you can't really put your finger on. She's so loving and caring, and at the same time, she's uh, uh got a sweet viciousness about her. Like how they did her, she was like, I like how they did her. Like whoever wrote the story and how they drew her, like they did a great job. Like this was a good, yo. I'm telling you, Queen 71. You might want to watch this motion comic. It's very good. I'm not gonna tell you I know lies. This is my favorite comic book storyline. Period. I love. She said she's full of. She's def. I'm gonna keep it real. I think she's the best when it comes to uh, a female that is misunderstood and that's very unpredictable. When it comes to like her place in things, she's the top of that woman that is a bad guy slash lover. I don't think nobody does it better than Catwoman. I don't care. Not on the Marvel side. It just never be. It'll never be done. It's just like when it comes to speedsters. The Marvel speedster Quicksilver will never be fucking with DC's speedster, the Flash. The Flash. Anytime you think of somebody being really fast, you're gonna always think of the Flash on DC. Even Marvel fans, they don't even pay attention to they fast guy. They mess with the Flash. They don't need. I'll show you a diehard Marvel guy right now. Be like, yo, I never read a Quicksilver comic in my life. I read the Flash though, and these is diehard Marvel fans. So you just got to know. And when it comes to that detective stuff, you ain't gonna get that from Marvel. You're gonna get that from DC. You're gonna get it from Batman. Tay Tay said the Flash is my guy. Bro, where are the Superman comics? I gave you I literally get. Actually, Crisis on Infinite Earth. You didn't come in. You came to class late, so you missed the two that I referenced that had Superman in them. And when it came, and I did Marvel and DC comics, so can't nobody say I'm biased. But I just gotta keep it 100. This right here is my number one. This storyline was dope. And if you want to see how Big Bad Harvey, or oh my God, Derek Gaines, I'm getting ready to get off. Oh, you been sick? All right, man. Get well, man. Get well, man. Get well, man. And I ain't see my guy Pooh Man either, man. I hope Pooh Man alright. No, that's not his name. La La D. She said, first of all, the name Speedster it's called a speedster. Like anybody that runs really fast, we referenced them as a speedster. She said, kinda whack compared to the Flash. Nah. That's not his name. His name is Quicksilver. Their speedster. I'm just saying, like their speedster named La La D on Marvel side. That's Scarlet Witch, her twin brother. His name is Quicksilver. She said, laugh out loud. Oh, nah. He said the best story. And look, this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones. This one is from 95, 96. This is one of the ones right here. So I'm not going to disagree with you on that, Derek Gaines. You ain't going to hear me disagreeing with you. It might have been the 80s and the 90s. I forgot to put Secret Wars. Honorable mention, Secret Wars. Still not my favorite. I still going to go with Batman: The Long Halloween. But get better, bro. Derek Gaines, definitely get better, bro. Because I know if you would have been in this live the whole time, you would have had a lot to say about a lot of the comments. But look, don't sleep on them 2000s. Don't sleep on them 2000 comics because I just put Planet Hulk, Immortal Hulk, to me was two of the best stories. I forgot to put Thor, Gore the God Butcher. That was another good one from the 2000s. She said, "Oh, I know the Quicksilver name. Yeah, he was the one they put in the Avengers movies. That's him. That's him. He ain't better than the Flash, but you when you say part of the animated series, Tay Tay, you talking about Superman? Well, I ain't know. She said part of the animated series as well. You talking about Batman? Batman animated series, man. That was probably the best cartoon ever made in life. Oh, Bloodiest, Onslaught, Legion, Quest, Fatal Attraction, just to name a few. Oh, she said both Batman. All right, let me tell you something, Tay Tay. I did watch the Superman animated Blood Ties. I heard of that one. Um, Batman and Superman the animated series. Even though I did watch it, it wasn't better than Batman animated series. You know how many years that went on? Superman, I think he only had like 3 seasons. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even with the X-Men series, I think that was only like 3 seasons. She said, "See, I tried to be nice. I'm just being honest. It's hard to do what Batman did. Like 5, 6 seasons. The X-Men didn't even do that. For all you Marvel people out there, I just gotta keep it real. That's how you know. And to keep it real, I like the actually Spider-Man the animated series better than the X-Men cartoon. I'm sorry. See, La D. No, see, she's smart. Say, oh my God, I love the animated I love the animated Batman, especially the episodes with Joker and you know how legendary that Joker was. That's Luke Skywalker's voice, Mark Hamill, and rest in peace to Kevin Conroy, who voiced Batman in that animated series. He died late last year, to 2023. Look, Tay Tay, I gotta admit one thing about Tim Daly. That's the guy that voiced Superman in the animated series. You want me to admit something? I got mad love and respect for that man because Tim Daly, the guy that voiced Superman from when I was a little baby, guess what? Me and him have the same birthday. Well, I got the same birthday as him because he's my old head. So he's gonna always be my favorite guy to voice Superman. Nah, me and him do. We got the same birthday. Tim Daly, that's his name. We got the same birthday. I'm gonna end it on this note, Derek Games, and everybody else, La La D, and if Teach is still in the building. Why have superhero movies, especially on the Marvel side, and Queen 71, since you want to be so Marvel, why have the movies been doing so bad? The last couple of Marvel movies been trash. They messed up Thor. The only part I liked in Thor: Love and Thunder was the end credits. That's why I always tell people wait for all the end credits to end so that you can see what's happening next. How you gonna bang the gavel on me? I just gave the man credit, Tay. I just said me and him got the same birthday. What do we want to see from Marvel? Because they supposed to be doing Secret Wars. If they mess up Secret Wars, I'm only watching DC stuff. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna give them a chance with this Blade movie, and the next movie that I want to see that comes out is Venom 3 with Spider-Man. They better not mess those movies up. If they mess those movies up, I'm not gonna have no time for Marvel no more. I'm not gonna argue with y'all about that because you seen what we did with the Black Adam movie with The Rock. You seen what we did. Oh, he said because the writers was told not to read the comics. How you gonna tell them not? Oh my God. I feel like they doing the opposite of what they should be doing. They should read the comics. Yeah, and I agree with you. I agree with you. Queen 71. She said, I don't know why this effed up. Probably all the gay agenda stuff they trying to add in. Yeah, cause that Thor Love and Thunder, good point. Blade will never be made. Yo, they told me that they still was making it. Derek Gaines. I heard that they gonna have it based on his daughter. They're gonna have Mahershala Ali play Blade. What? You thought Black Adam sucked? You crazy. That was a good movie. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a good movie. I think the Spider-Man, Venom 3, Along Came a Spider. I believe that one's coming out in the summer, maybe. I seen the trailer for it. They showed the trailer for it. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's the next one that I want to go see. But the Marvels movie with all the with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and all of them, terrible. Shoot, you talk about banging the gavel. That was the lowest grossing movie. Period. He said, "Thanks for reminding me, Derek Gaines." He said, "I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to stream. I'll try to stream that today." You talking about Black Adam? Yeah, I'm not saying you don't gotta like Miss Marvel. They said the movie was trash. That's just what I heard. She said, "Hell no, Mahershala Ali now, bro." Look, I wasn't mad about that because I think he's a good actor. He got the height, build, the blade. I think that could work, but I'm scared of the story. I'm scared that they going. I just don't trust nothing Marvel do right now. I'm gonna give them a chance with Venom 3. Venom 3, I want to go see. Along Came a Spider. The trailer looked good with Tom Hardy and Tom Holland, however you say his name, the one that plays Spider Man in the new Spider Man. Yeah. Stream it. If you got HBO Max, you should have seen it. He said, "Teach, don't waste your time. The Rock killed that movie because of his attitude." He said, "Don't waste your time." I thought that they was going to introduce him with Shazam. I thought that's how they was going to do it, Derek Gaines, but it was a good movie, man. It wasn't that bad. Blue Beetle wasn't bad either. I underestimated Blue Beetle. Yeah, Venom is Sony. Yeah, I think Spider Man is Sony too. She said, "I'll be done if they try to put a gay scene." Yo, I hate that they do that all the time, but it's freaking Hollywood, man. Now the first one was good. The second one, I don't know what they did. It's just like the Wonder Woman. I thought the first Wonder Woman movie was fire. I said, What are they doing with this second one? They let her like direct it and stuff like that. That one was terrible. I got to keep it a stack. That one was terrible. I didn't like. I ain't gonna lie, Teach. I didn't like the second one. The second one was terrible. I didn't like the first Shazam. I was cool with the second one. Oh my god. It's just like the Wonder Woman. I like the first Wonder Woman. That one was cool, but then like the second one, 1984 one, oh my god. The Batman movie was good. I liked it. The Batman movie. I liked it that they finally made him a detective again instead of all of that other stuff. They when we had Batfleck, we call us Batman fans call Ben Affleck Batfleck. If y'all didn't know, we call him Batfleck. Yeah, we now that we done with the Batfleck film, we got a homeboy from Twilight playing him. You know, I kind of he did it. I'm looking forward to seeing the direction that they take on the second one. And I did not realize that was Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. Yo, Colin Farrell is such a good actor. I did not realize that they, yo, the makeup that they did on that dude. I was like, yo, why did I realize that was Colin Farrell? She said Burgess Meredith will always be the best Penguin, and the best Catwoman is always gonna be Eartha Kitt. That's what you that's what you gonna go with. They said my mama and my aunt Rose look like Eartha Kitt. Yeah, I know. And let me tell you, that last Superman Dolo movie, The Man of Steel, I thought that was one of probably the best Superman movie that I've seen. Um, that was the best Superman. Man of Steel, that was the best Superman movie that I've seen. That was a good movie, and it didn't take much to but he said I loved it. Okay. Also, you like that one? Okay. Oh, there you go, Tay Tay. You said he loved the Man of Steel movie. There you go, Tay Tay. Should be happy. Somebody voted for Superman. It's about time. It's about time. He said Aquaman sucked. That was not a bad movie, Derek Gaines. That was stop. Now you OD. That was not a bad movie. The first one was a good movie, man. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a good movie. It was tolerable. Shoot, you know what movie was bad was Thor: Love and Thunder. That sucked. That sucked. You want to talk about a movie that was whack? Out of all the movies we named, just because of how highly I rate Thor, that sucked. And then they try to use a dope storyline and mess it up. That sucked. He said it was horrible. And I liked it the Snyder cut of the Justice League. I didn't care that the Snyder cut was 4 hours. It was worth the 4 hours. That should have been the original movie. Even if we had to sit in the theater, go to sleep, and wake back up again, that was worth it. It was long as hell though. You got to have the attention span of a real adult if you're gonna try to watch that movie. So make sure you ain't doing nothing that day. But let me let y'all go. I gotta go freaking do something for my sister. He said that was the worse than the movie John Carter. Thor 4 was trash. Yeah, Thor. I don't know, man. And that storyline, like Gore the God Butcher, like that's why I was so disappointed. Just like I didn't like the Thor Ragnarok, how they try to use Planet Hulk and combine that with a Thor story. Like, nah, man, come on, we gotta do better. But let me get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Derek Games, I know you sick, bro. Get better. I'll be back next week. I'll figure out another topic. I will be gaming on the channel maybe a little bit later. Shout out to everybody. I get ready to go run and help my family out. And yeah, man, I'll be back later with some gaming content. Shout out to the LDBC, the Full Berserker Clan, the usual suspects. Make sure you shop usualsuspects6.com because you fit the description. Peace out, everybody. Catch the replay. Comment if y'all want. I'm gonna try to leave that video in the comment section, man. The motion comic, The Long Halloween, if y'all want to watch it. Peace.